What's up YouTube? For today's video, we're we full upside down Pokemon team. Now this is a pretty creative team. Basically this revolves around Pokemon being upside down, doing things upside down, or generally just creative ideas of the Pokemon being upside down. Now people, I was thinking about a question for today, right? I thought, I don't have a Pokemon related one. Let's go with, can you do a handstand IRL? Let me know if you can. Be honest in the comment section. Now, a lot of people, I know you guys know I stream already. I do stream on Twitch for those new people. Link is in the description there. I do all my streaming now. So if you'd like to come there, I'd love you to come along. And of course, if you want to get your YouTube videos early, you can join button below and get some cool little, perks and stuff there. All right, today's video, we're going to have a triple battle special. I didn't actually get to upload yesterday, so I thought I'd make it up to you people and give you some even more content. All right, so we got a battle on my Discord. This was against Go and Swoop, and look at this matchup. We've got Unknown W, which is actually M. Do you see what I did there, people? So it's Unknown N, right? But flipped around, it's an Unknown W. That's probably the best one of this team. Like, I thought the troll submission there was absolutely beautiful. So we've got this scumbag hustle combi there, living on a focus sash. So my poor Unknown W is not going to withstand another bug bite. So now we're going to go into Hitmontop. So Hitmontop, as you guys know, when it attacks and stuff, and obviously, it spins like a top, like a Beyblade. You know those little like Beyblade things? They're sort of like a plastic or metal thing. You get like a cord, right, and you rip them and you sort of like verse each other in like a little arena thing. So we got a special set. This thing has the most Garbo special, moves in the world, and that's exactly why I wanted to use it. Finishing off the combi there with a Vacuum Wave. It's good, guys, it's always good to get the threats out the way to start the battle off. So we've got Purple Nipple coming out here, and let me tell you guys, if you got a Purple Nipple, I'd probably go get that one checked out. So we're going to go into Unknown W again there. It's going to go for the Psychic. I predict that one right. Unfortunately for me, Unknown's probably not going to be able to, obviously outspeed and withstand the next attack. The good thing about this was I got to see what, if it was choice or something like that, which it wasn't. So Unknown did a pretty good job there, really dented that combi. The salty focus has, kind of stopped me from getting a KO, but that is cool. All right, so now we're going to go into Inkay. Now, Inkay, when it evolves, right, you got to turn that DS upside down. So I thought that'd be a good member for this team as well. Also, big shout out, we had a, I think we talked about this one on the Discord or on my Twitch, sort of like going over what members were for this team. So now we're going to go into Voltorb. Now, obviously, this is going to cause me problems. Zonacol is Voltorb the whole battle. Obviously, Electro, when you flip the colors around, is actually a Voltorb. So I thought that was pretty cool for that suggestion. And we're going to go for the Explosion. It lives on 1 health with another Focus Sash. So the 2 Focus Sashes so far. Oh, my goodness. That's something I do. All right, so now we're going to go to Beyblade. As you guys know, we've got a special attacking set with the Vacuum Wave. Now, we'll explain all my sets as the battle goes on. These were matchups are actually going really, really quickly, but there is a little bit of a more of a slower part in the battle. So actually, Shiny Beautify looks pretty good there. I mean, your shiny nipple. All right, so we got Google Celeb coming in here. Oh, damn, that nickname though. I cannot do anything to this at all because my only attacking move is a fighting type move. I'll let you know what the set is in like a sec. So I've got to swap out there. There's nothing I can do to Gardevoir at all. And now we're going to go back into Inkay. I thought Inkay would be a nice swap in with a Psychic type move, and I get a free swap in. So let's go over this Inkay set. Got a little bit of time here. We got a Everlight set. Max health, max special attack. Topsy-Turvy, because I thought Topsy-Turvy would be absolutely perfect for this team. Obviously Topsy-Turvy swaps all the stats upside down and, swaps them all around. We got Trick Room, which swaps around the speed, and we got a Dank Pulse and a Destiny Bond there. So, obviously, I'm going to swap out here in that matchup, and now we're going to go into Shoulder. Now, this was probably, this was like the last submission I could actually think up on this team. Now, Slowbro, when it gets bitten by a Shelder, obviously, evolves. Or when Slowpoke gets bitten, it, obviously evolves there. And I decided to go with the Mega Ones. The Shelder would be upside down on its tail. So that was why I'm picking at this actual submission. So we got another Focus Sash. That's 3 in a row. And this Sandile, man, this Sandile, out of all the moves that had Will-O-Wisp, it's going to burn my physical Mega Slowbro. Of course it's got Will-O-Wisp. So the set on this one was as follows. This thing was super bulky. We got max health and max attack, Element Nature. We got Aqua Tail, Drain Punch, Trick Room, and Zen Headbutt. Now, the idea is get that scummy Trick Room up right and just flinch all day, every day. If a Steel type comes in, you can bang them with Drain Punch, get some nice health back, and you can bang them with the Aqua Tail as well. A little bit more base power there too. Okay, so the old Slander's down, and now we've got Pizza Time coming in. I'm thinking, do they have like a full focus sash thing? Like, what is this like trolling actually coming to you? So I'm going to swap out my Slowbro. expecting some kind of like bug type move. So, best swapping would be the Inkay, right? So we got the Fissure there. It's going to miss. It's going to miss, which is good. And now it's going to go for Fissure again. It's going to miss again. And I'm going to go for the Destiny Bomb this time. So if it does hit me with a Fissure, it's going to go downtown. So what I wanted to do, right, is set that Trick Room up and then go for the Dark Pulse. It's going to go for Toxic. So that's a little bit annoying. I can't actually take it out with the Destiny Bomb. I thought, okay, the best I can pretty much do with this is to hit it with Dank Pulses and, get that Trick Room up. Now, even with Inkay attacks, right, it turns upside down too. So the Inkay's like basically made for this team, right? So take a little bit of poison damage there. We're going to go for the Dark Pulse here. I was thinking, right, I could go for a couple of Dank Pulses, right? Maybe get them to just use like another different, obviously using Toxic, they don't want to attack me. That's cool. I sort of want to lull them into like, sort of like a false pretense of me attacking them and then go for a low-key Destiny Bond really quick. And it actually worked, but Fissure didn't land, so I didn't get the KO. That was like the one time I wanted Fissure to land. Okay, so I was thinking, all right, my health is actually starting to, really run low now. I've got to get some Dank Pulse recovery, right? And it's going to have Rest. So it's got Rest, Toxic, and Fissure. So I was like, okay, does it have Sleep Talk? Like, what is, like, this set is absolutely it's just Troll City, right? So it's going to heal up there, and instead of having, I was thinking, okay, does it have a Focus Sash as its item? Like, what's its item? Like, 3 of the Pokemon, if you guys remember, have had Focus Sash. I was like, okay, got to swap out the Inkay. Let's go into Symmetry here. So Symmetry, if you look at Starmie, whatever way, if you flip it upside down, or the other way, it's a very symmetrical Pokemon, right? So that's why I chose it to be on this team. I thought I could, like, work around the upside down Pokemon in like all different kind of aspects. I thought it was a pretty fun team. So I'm gonna Hydro Pump it, and it's gonna be one-shotted. And I was actually quite surprised. I was expecting it had a Focus Sash, guys, if you know what I mean. All right, so Google Slope's gonna come out here. It's gonna trace my analytic, which is probably not gonna help it too much. Now this Starmie set was pretty good. I did have Hydro Pump on it, which is a pretty sort of standardish move, but I did have a good reason for that, people. I'll be able to explain that soon. So back into Inkay, expecting some sort of scummy move, and we got Shadow Sneak, so it's a physical set there. I'm gonna take a little bit more damage from the Toxic, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to outspeed the Gardevoir now. It's got priority, and Inkay is gonna go down, but Inkay did an alright job there. I was kind of happy with its performance in this battle. Right, so we've got 3 more Pokemon left, and I've got 2 more Pokemon to handle, so I've got the advantage at the moment. Now, I've got this Slowbro, Mega Slowbro. It is Burn, but depending on, how bulky this Gardevoir set is, or if it's just like a fancy physical set, I should do some still okay damage to it. So going for that big Aqua Tail there, it does pretty impressive damage, considering I'm Burn, and it's, let's face it, guys, its attack stat isn't the greatest in the world, right? So we got another Shadow Sneak from the Gardevoir. Now, Gardevoir's attack stat is just hot smoking garbage, and like Mega Slowbro's defenses are very, very bulky. All I did was run max health, but that's all it pretty much needed. So getting a nice handy crit there. Not that it really changed the outcome of the match, because, the Gardevoir is definitely going to go down in the same amount of Aqua Tails. And we've got another Shadow Sneak there. I'm going to take a little bit more damage from the Will-O-Wisp after this. And all the Aqua Tails actually hit. So that was pretty good there for me. 90 actually is pretty high though, but usually I miss, I probably miss like 1 in 4 with Aqua Tail. Okay, so Shelter is on its last legs here, if you can even spot its little legs. And we got Ivysaur coming in. So this thing's going to be able to probably just annihilate my Slowbro here, and it's going to be a Mega Evolution too. So the best I can do is go for a Z Headbutt or Aqua Tail. It doesn't really matter. It's probably not going to do like a lot of damage to it, considering I'm already like Burn right. So we got the Earthquake from the Mega Glalie, and guess what, guys? The Mega Glalie fails to take me out, and I'm able to get another Aqua Tail off against this thing, and it doesn't miss too. And it does, it does okay damage. I'm happy with that. Now the Mega Slowbro is down, so we got Hitmon top left with Vacuum Wave and another sort of like little boost and crit strategy, and we got the Symmetry. I wanted to run out the Symmetry set first to try and set up the Hitmontop. Okay, so first we're going to go for the Gravity. So this Starmie set is as follows: Max Speed, Max Special Attack, and we've got Timid Nature on that one. So we've got Gravity, Hydro Pump, Recover, and Zap Cannon. So Zap Cannon's a pretty cool move on it, and I've also got the Zap Plate as the item too. So as you guys know, under the Gravity, movement lower accuracy can definitely hit all of the time. And we got the Automatic Paralysis on the Zap Cannon too. And old Ivysaur is going to go down to the next one. So I'm going to paralyze 2 Zap Cannons in its mouth. And that is the game, people. Hope you enjoy this one. Some pretty cool sets on both sides of the field too. And some pretty nice Pokemon there. Good to see like Combi and Beautifly and things like that being used. I like those Pokemon. All right, next battle we got is against Hunt. And as I said, guys, this is a triple battle special today. So I really hope you're enjoying this. If you enjoy the theme teams, if you're still watching, people hit that like button. Really appreciate all the support. Let's see if we can shoot for 2,000 likes. All right, starting off with the god himself, Unknown W, M. And we got Mega Altara like right off the bat here. It's like, okay, what is this set gonna be? Now, with my Unknown, you guys are probably wondering what this is. I know it's a difficult moveset to like fathom, but we've got Hidden Power and Choice Specs, and we've got Hidden Power Psychic. All right, so right off the bat, it's going to go for a Dragon Dance. I'm like, okay, I'm about to get swept. I'm about to upload my own sweet video. So we go for that Hidden Power Psychic there with the Choice Specs. Does okay damage again. It's about a, I reckon probably about a 5-hit KO. And now we've got the Altara go for another Dragon Dance, right? So, okay. Now, I've either got to swap out here or it's going to attack the next turn. So this could be it, people. I could get swept by a Mega Altara, physical Mega Altara. So it's about a 4-hit KO. Look at the damage there. It's going to have Astonish. Astonish, guys. So Astonish Unknown tanks it on 13 health. And it's able to fire off another Hidden Power Psychic. Guys, it was that. You know what it was? It was that max health. That's what saved it. It was that 31 IVs and max health. That's the only reason, all right? That's the only reason it lived. All right, so Unknown's got to go down. I actually low-key hoped I like got one-shotted by Astonish, you know? It would have been astonishing. So my Unknown's down. It did some pretty good work there. We're going to go into Voltorb now. I mean, God dang. And it's going to have Fury Arrow, a Fury attack. Congratulations. I love that. I love that set. I love it. Unfortunately for them, they only hit twice, and I'm able to get a Gyro Ball up, making Gyro Ball, Electro people, making use of those Dragon Dances people, and taking Altara out with that. Can you imagine getting taken out by a Gyro Ball Electro? It must feel pretty salty, people. All right, so now we've got a Alola Golem coming in, and it's going to go for the Protect. Now, I can't really do a heck of a lot of damage to this thing. I just went for Toxic. That was sort of like my best bet here. Then I was thinking, okay, should I swap out the Voltorb? I mean, the Electrode. Are they going to predict that? Or, you know, what should I do here? So, we've got the Kurama coming in here. Lord Kurama. I like that nickname. And we're going to go for the Toxic on that. So, that was pretty good. I decided to stay because I thought it wouldn't be, like, super obvious, like, for Electrode really wouldn't stand against Golem, right? So, I decided to stay. Okay, so we got that Toxic up on Ninetales, which is pretty good. I really can't do much apart from go for the Wild Charge. So, wait for that. It's a physical set. We got in this one, Wild Charge, Explosion. You've already seen the Toxic. Fire Spin actually misses there on the Ninetales, which is actually really, really good for me. The other move I had on it was, we got this Explosion, Wild Charge, Gyro Ball, and Toxic. We had the ability is Aftermath and item Steelium Z Gyro Ball. So that was pretty fun to use. All right, so now go for the Explosion on the Ninetales. And after that, Wild Charge and Explosion, the Ninetales could not withstand that. Its defense isn't the greatest in the world. Even coming off Electrode's average attack, that was still enough to take it out. So pretty even battle at the moment. 2 Pokemon down. We're going to go into the Inkay. So I thought, okay, I might be able to set up this Trick Room and, get some shenanigans going right here. So this was a bulky set with the Everlight. I already mentioned that one already, I'm pretty sure. The Nature, I'm not sure if I mentioned... Oh, that's right. I was running Quiet Nature on this one. Obviously, 0 EVs and speed, so I could, fully make use of that Trick Room, right? And believe it or not, there was a Pokemon that actually outsped me in the Trick Room. You might be able to get to see that in this video. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so we got a special Alola Golem. Go for that Stab Thunder, boys and girls. And that actually does pretty good damage to me. So it's a 3-hit KO. Now, I'm going to go for the Dank Pulse here, hoping for a couple of flinches. And I was thinking, if I can take this out with a flinch right, or a crit, which I just got, which is quite handy, I could use Destiny Bond on the next Pokemon, which is really nice, and making full use of that Trick Room. So we got the Thunder there. It doesn't paralyze me, but they've got to cast that Barrier, which is going to give them priority under the Trick Room, and they're going to go for a Salty Fire Blast and take me out. I'm pretty salty about that, because I could have taken them out. Then I would have had that Destiny Bond up to, just fire off in any of the other Pokemon. Alright, so now we're going to bring in the Beyblade, which is Hitmontop. I get to explain what this set is now. This set is smoking hot, just a smoking hot pile of rubbish, but it's actually pretty fun to do. It does take a little bit of work up, though. A little bit of work up, if you get what I'm saying. So we've got Focus Energy, Vacuum Wave, Work Up, and Foresight. We've got the Technician, right? So Technician is going to power up Vacuum Wave, Max Health, Max Special Attack. Now, here we don't need to worry about speed at all, because Vacuum Wave, right, is it's a priority move, so we're always going to go first. And the item we got is Scope Lens. So after we use the Focus Energy, we got 100% crit rate and 100. We got priority as well. The problem is that with this set, right, it just hits like a wet paper bag. It's very, very weak. And obviously it's only a fighting type move, so anything that comes in, you know, like a stray Crobat or something like that, you are completely and utterly whopped. So now I really couldn't do much. I didn't want to swap out because Crobat is a pretty dang good Pokemon. Whether it's a physical set, whether it's a special set, this thing is going to like destroy me either way. So it's going to be a special set, and that's going to take me out with a crit. How ironic is that? I was running a crit set. So I got down to a salty crit there. I definitely wouldn't be able to beat Crobat like any day of the week. Now we're going to go into the Starmie here. So I was thinking I might be able to fire off like a low-key Zap Cannon against this thing. I've got to get, the problem is here, I've got to get out of Gravity, so I really need to swap. Thank goodness for me they actually do swap, and Typhlosion is going to come in, so that's really nice. Now, the good thing about the Gravity, right, that's going to increase my accuracy on the Hydro Pump and the Zap Cannon, of course. And that Hydro Pump is very powerful, as you guys know, coming from the Starmie. So I had to have some, like, out of my whole team, right, most of the memes, I'd say, the Starmie was definitely the key player on my team there. It sort of helped me out when, like, a lot of my memes sort of went down. Even itself was quite a meme because I had to set up the Gravity and Zap Cannon run. Speaking of which, we got the Corsola coming out. I was like, this is awesome. Let's fire up that. Let's get an epic Zap Cannon sweep. Corsola is going to live with the freaking Focus Sash. Seriously, I've had enough of Focus Sash this time. Everyone's like freaking using it against me. All right, first it was Metagross, and now it's a Corsola. Corsola's going to have Hustle Explosion. I was like, oh my goodness. Please miss, please miss. And it didn't miss. My Starmie. It's got a little bit of coral over it, people. It's gone back in the ocean. We got one more Pokemon left, which is the Crobat. And my last Pokemon is the Shelter. So I was thinking, okay. I can set the Trick Room up against this, and then I can start spamming Zen Headbutt like I've never spammed it before, right? So I was thinking that was the idea. I should do that. But first, we got to Digivolve and get a little bit more bulk about us, right? Because, you know, this could have something like Nasty Plot. I know that the special set can carry a Giga Drain. It's quite, you know, it's got some pretty good moves. Especially for like that I'd have the Giga Drain in there for like rock type Pokemon, right? It's very, very, you know, handy for that. Okay, so it's going to go for Giga Drain. It's going to heal itself up. Giga Drain is going to be healing it too. So I've got to do like a sizable amount of damage. I might be able to get like a scummy flinch too. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so we're at below half health now. I gotta perform right now, people. This is the moment to perform. Getting off that Zen Headbutt. Look at the damage it just lives. And man, that Giga Drain. And I'm able to tank that one with just my pure bulk. And that, people, is what I was sort of hoping for. The only thing I had to do was hit it with another Zen Headbutt, and that was pretty much it. The Gravity actually goes, but Zen Headbutt does land there. Thank goodness. If I missed that, I would have been so salty. Hope you guys enjoyed this second battle. A very, very close game in the end there. That freaking Crobat. These Focus Sashes, man. These Focus Sashes. One day someone's going to bring like an entire Focus Sash team to me, and I'm going to be the saltiest person in the world. Alright, we got a battle against Spoopy Poo, and we got a Lycanroc Leap. And we're starting things off. I like to start things off with Unknown. I like to put a bit of pressure on them at the start, right? So speaking of pressure, we got a Sword Dance Lycanroc just like straight off the bat there. I have to do something now. I've got to get this like hidden power psychic damage on it. It's pretty good. It's a solid, you know, it's a clear 2-hit KO, and it's going to go for the crunch there. And poor old Unknown. Well, that M's going to turn back into a W after that crunch. And, you know, not a bad start. We got some damage on the Lycanroc. Okay, so we're going to go into Voltorb now. So I was thinking, okay, I should be able to outspeed this one. It's an Electrode. It's an Electrode, people. I'm sorry. It's a ball, and they're both red and white, all right? And they both got like a smiley face on them. All right, speaking of smiley face, it's going to go for a Z move. This is Steelium Z Gyro Ball. Now, if you do use Steelium Z Gyro Ball, it gets around like, you know, Gyro Ball's mechanics of you being like a, you know, getting a power boost from being a slower Pokemon, and just turns into like a steel type physical move, right? So that is going to go down, and that saved my team from actually getting swept, which is good. That was very, very handy. So nice. I was very happy about that. Getting to use my Z move too and coming actually in handy was cool. All right, so now we've got Solar coming out here. Now, I can either go for an Explosion or just swap out. Decided to go for Explosion. I thought, well, Helios doesn't have a lot of defense, right? It's not very bulky. Explosion's got a lot of base power, right? And, of course, we got another Focus Sash. Every person bought a freaking Focus Sash. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of Focus. I'm going to make a team with all Focus Sashes now, just to annoy the heck out of everyone. All right, so into Inkay here, I thought, okay, this should be pretty solid. We could get that solid Trick Room up, right? And then we could get the Dank Pulse up, and then we could Destiny Bomb the next Pokemon, right? So Thunderbolt doing some fair damage to me. I get paralyzed now. That's good, but it's bad, right? So obviously with the paralyzed, I'm going to be very, very slow, right? So I've got the Trick Room up. I've got a hindering speed ability. I've got 0 IVs in speed. This thing is super slow, right? So go for the Dank Pulse upside down. I'm going Dank upside down, people. And that is heal and we set down. So a pretty good result there. And now we've got the Shuckle coming out. So I thought, oh, this is good. This is probably the first time a Pokemon's going to outspeed Shuckle. Shuckle outspeeds me. I was paralyzed, and I can't believe it. It still outsped me. So it's going to hit me with that 4 times weak infestation. And now we're going to go for the Dank Pulse there. It's really not going to do much for Shuckle at all. So this Shuckle right has got leftover. It's a bulky set. I really got to take this out. I'm guessing it's like a freaking toxic and infestation stalling set, like a lot of them are up. So now it's like, okay, it's going to use Shell Smash. So I was thinking, I've got Topsy-Turvy on my set. What if we Topsy-Turvy this, this scumbag, Shuckle, and revert all its stats? That'll make them pretty solid, right? So now I'm going to go for the Trick Room. Now I'm getting rid of the Trick Room. If you guys don't know, if the Trick Room's about to end in, like, say, 2 or 3 turns, you can use it again and end the Trick Room right there. Say if it's not in your favor, right, which it wasn't in this case. Now, I mean, most of the time it would have been but Shuckle is such a slow Pokemon run. So now we're going to go for the Topsy-Turvy there. Shuckle's going to go upside down and all those stats are going to be reversed. That was brilliant. That was brilliant, people. Now they're going to get another Shell Smash off. It's not going to be as bulky as it was before if I didn't use the Topsy-Turvy. And of course, I already know that I'm going to go down to the infestation, right? I need a drink, people. I drank my drink upside down just for you people. I actually spilled it all over myself, but I did it for you guys, right? Remember the sacrifices I make for you people. So we got the Inkay going down there. We've got through like 3 Pokemon left, but we've got 4 to deal with, including this Shuckle. This Shuckle is a big worry, people. The only thing I could possibly do is go for the Hydro Pump and, pray for the best. So go for the Hydro Pump. That's incredible damage to Shuckle. We get a critical hit. That was so good. I actually really need that. They're going to go for a Salty Shell Smash again, thinking they'll be able to tank the move a lot better. But, people, they sure didn't tank that one very good at all. The thing about Shuckle, it is very prone to, like, critical hits. It's very passive. That's sort of like its downside. And, of course, it doesn't have a lot of health either. It's got these, gigantic defenses, but that's his problem too. Hydro Pump's going to miss there. It's going to go for a Toxic. That's a little bit of a problem. Now, I actually wasn't too disappointed with that because I thought, okay, when I missed that Hydro Pump, I was thinking, okay, they're going to go for Rest, right? So, I've got to get another critical hit all over again, but that wasn't the case. That was really, really good getting around that. So they got the Toxic up on my stomach. Most of the time, I was going to run I normally would like to run Natural Cure one, but obviously this is from Gen 2, right, with the Zap Cannon, so I had to have an Analytic. So we got the Shuckle down there to the Hydro Pump, and that is gone. I'm so glad that is gone. I did sustain like a Toxic, but it's fine. It is what it is, right? So we got Pulse coming out, which is the Clawitzer. Now this thing was very, very dangerous. I was thinking, okay, it's going to go for a Dank Pulse. I'm very, very sure of that. There's no other real moves that actually could do to Starmie to hurt it at all. So into the Beyblade here, it's going to go for the Dank Pulse like I thought. Now after I get hit by the damage, I was like, okay, that did too much damage, right? I resisted that. I'm full health EVs, and I resist that. It's got very good special defense to Hitmonchan. Hitmontop. My Pokemon names tonight are a little bit off point. I'm sorry. I'm getting them all upside down and flipped up. So go for the Vacuum Wave. Look at that crit damage. That was pretty impressive coming from its, terrible special attack. And now we've got another Dank Pulse taking up my Beyblade. I tried, guys. I really tried with this set. It was very difficult to do. It needed a lot of work with Work Up. Okay, I'm in a bit of a tight spot here. Into the shoulder. I was hoping if I could Digivolve here, get off that Trick Room, I might be able to bury a couple more Pokemon with this. So going for the Mega, we've got Max Health on this one. It's when we've got my Trick Room and I got my Zen Headbutt. I thought I might be able to get around it with that. Now the Dank Pulse coming from Clawitzer was very, very powerful. It was definitely choice, and it was choice specs, right? So I go down in one shot. So the last Pokemon I've got is my Starmie. We are at desperate times now. Desperate times, people call for desperate measures, if you know what I'm talking about. We go for Gravity. We don't even go for the Gravity. Just went for Zap Cannon right off the bat with no Gravity. And Pulse is going to get pulsed out of this battle. We got 2 more left. So I was thinking, okay, I might be able to get a low-key Gravity up or just spam Hydro Pump. I don't know what to do at the moment. Now, the next Pokemon we've got is the Delphox. So I was like, okay, this is going to have like a grass type move, like Grass Knot or something like that. I have to go for Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump is going to land right away on the Delphox, and Delphox is going to get buried. No scummy Focus Sashes or Bands or any crap like that. We got one more Pokemon, people. Can we come and clutch, or we're going to get super, super salty? So we got some more toxic damage. It doesn't matter. This turn is going to be the decider. We got Tokyo 69 coming out here. Now I was thinking, okay, it's time, people. Let's go for Zap Cannon. And Zap Cannon lands 2 in a row. Woo! So that one's going to go down in one shot. Hope you guys enjoyed all 3 of these battles. They were awesome. And we got some pretty good, but check out the bonus battle at the end. It is crazy. Peace, people.